how can we better protect our country from terrorism? And please touch upon a nuclear Iran.
Well, certainly our government is not protecting us from terrorism with a president who bows to foreign dictators and apologizes for America's past. This is wrong. America has to project strength in the world. We have to take back the mantle of victory in the world, because America is the only answer. America is the shining city on the hill. We are the answer to the people all over the world suffering under tyranny. And there was a capture of a Hamas military commander. Israel is not taking credit for it. But this type of assassination, this type of frontal assault on the enemy is what we need to do.
You don't have to remind me.
Why do I keep feeling I do? I don't know.
I think you're implying something. You know, when the nation had an attack occur on 9/11, it makes sense that if your country is under attack, the first thing you would do is immediately shut the borders. Because after all, what is the purpose of the military? To protect the perimeter of a nation. Not to be running around the world, putting their nose in other people's business, but to protect the United States of America. But you see, that's not what the government has in mind. David Rockefeller just wrote his autobiography. Here's what he says. Listen to what is about to be done to you. This is page 405. For more than a century, extremists at either end of the political spectrum have seized upon incidents to attack the Rockefeller family. Some believe we are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists, and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that's the charge, I stand guilty, and I am proud of it. He's proud of it. You want one world government? That's where you're heading.
I think terrorism is probably the most serious issue that we face. We have just last week, Iran announced that they are enriching nuclear material to the 20% level. It's a very short leap to enrich it to the 90% weapons grade level. They also shot off a missile last week. And the next day, Obama made a speech to the Muslim world and said absolutely nothing about Iran. We have to focus on Iran. It's a danger to the Middle East. It's a danger to the entire world. Sanctions are too little, too late. As you may know, Ackerman held up the sanctions bill, which is, as John Bolton says, it's just too little, too late. In Congress for close to a year, it is still not law. There's been absolutely no effort to have a conference between the Senate bill and the House bill that passed. Obama has been telling Congress to hold it up, and the Democrats have been listening. There's a lot more I could say, and I'd love to speak about it further afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you.
My first thing is I stopped treating terrorists like criminals. I think it is ridiculous that we treat them. They do not deserve any Miranda rights. That's number one. That has to stop. And I will vote for that 150%. Okay? The second thing is no more money for closing Gitmo. Gitmo stays. They don't go to Illinois. They don't go anywhere. They stay in Gitmo. Okay? Third of all, no more civilian courts. They're enemy combatants. They're not criminals. When the National Security Advisor can tell me, oh, there's only a recidivism rate of 20%. Schmuck. These people are trying to kill us. They're not a burglar that gets released and then he goes and steals again. These are 20% of the people that are trying to kill us. Don't you understand that? But one thing consistent about Obama, when he was a senator, he voted for civilian trials, and as a president, he voted for civilian trials. So at least his change is the same. But, you know, like I said,
I think Santayana said it best. Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat. We are repeating the past. 1935, 1937, Neville Chamberlain. We will have peace in our time. Obama must have studied at the same school. A nuclear Iran threatens a Holocaust on Israel, and what does Obama do? Nothing. He tells Israel, you can't build any more apartments in Jerusalem. I mean, it's just ridiculous. He goes to Cairo and he speaks there and bypasses Israel. He speaks from the Quran. I mean, this is a terrible situation. He gives enemy combatants constitutional rights they're not entitled to, civilian courts. Eric Holder, the head, has on his staff lawyers who are representing these people from Gitmo. This has got to change. We must replace them, and we must defeat Ackerman before it's too late. Because I don't want to wake up one morning and find out Iran's nuclear and Tel Aviv is gone.
We have to stop apologizing. This is the United States of America. People should bend to our will. We are the righteous nation. We freed Europe, and many people, American soldiers, died so that not only we are afraid, but the world is afraid. We have to abandon the Israel neutral stance. If Israel has had such a great relationship for more than 60 years with this country, giving us information, knowledge, and technology, and to help us in Afghanistan and Iraq, why are we turning against them? There's something wrong with this philosophy. The philosophy of telling them that they can't expand, they can't have a natural progression, natural growth in their own land, makes no sense. Strengthen our economy, that leads to a strengthened military. We seal the borders. We do not treat terrorists as friends. We keep them at Gitmo, and we do not give them civilian trials, and we do not give them new clothes and gourmet food. It's all money.